Wow, this is a wild story from Katt Williams. What I'm going to go over originated from the Club Shay Shay show. It's a channel over on YouTube. They have a full 2-hour interview with Katt Williams. I'm just going to go over a couple of clips from this, but damn, is it revealing. So Katt Williams called out a bunch of big comedians and stuff, and he had some things to say about what goes on in Hollywood that I really found interesting. And it's stuff that we've heard before. Dave Chappelle has talked about these kinds of things at length. All this is doing is confirming what we've heard before. But this is the big clip. I want to play this one first. This clip comes from the Nubian Queen over on Twitter. And, well, just listen to this, because this is crazy.
My goal was to get this far in Hollywood and still have a virgin asshole. And never have sucked a penis. That was my only goal. I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. See, come on, Cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that. Now, I've had to turn down.
I want to just talk about that real quick before he gets into the next one, because there's another clip that I want to play. But the Jonathan Majors thing is really interesting, especially when you look at the charges. He was basically convicted for annoying that woman, and that was enough to burn his entire career down. Really good video from Nate the lawyer going over those charges. It's kind of a crazy situation. But check out Nate the lawyer's video on the whole Jonathan Majors situation. But he's not wrong. They can take you down. That whole thing, I've always said it looked like it was trying to take him out, but he was still convicted. And in the world that we live in, when you get a charge like that, just in the name alone is going to get you fired. But listen to this next part where he talks about turning down money. Okay, this is a really fascinating video.
$50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting the body. And you got to tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say I'm so.
He's got the receipts. This kind of shit has been going on in Hollywood for a long time. Is his name? I think his name is Terry Crews. The big dude. Big guy. Talk about how there was a higher up in Hollywood that sexually assaulted him, and how it kind of got him into a lot of trouble in Hollywood, and he wasn't getting as much work. And now you see it here. He's backing it up. Dave Chappelle has talked about this, and he's talked about the humiliation rituals, especially with black men, where they always want to have them do these cross-dressing scenes in movies. For some reason, a lot of these actors, when they go in the movie, they get put in a scene where they're going to have to wear a dress. It's called a humiliation ritual. It's not just Dave that's talked about this. There's been other people that have talked about this. This is one of the reasons why they've always went hard on Dave, because he doesn't play along. But, him talking about he didn't want to get banged. Hollywood is a nasty place. I mean, look at what it was, the Harvey Weinstein situation. Like, it happens to men too. This happens to men as well. It just doesn't get talked about. But listen to this other one. Now, this is the really interesting clip where he talks about Ludacris and Kevin Hart. He calls it, he went to an Illuminati ritual is what he says here. Listen to this. This is all fascinating stuff.
More folks.
Are you related to Luda?
No, so there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. So it was both of us, we were equal. One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points. And the next person, they said, was going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies. And that's how the conversation happened. One of those persons turned out to be Ludacris, and the other person turned out to be Katt Williams. Now, one person ended up with a light-skinned, ugly-faced wife that's never done a... Remember I told you that if I say that, it applied to 7 people?
Yes.
It's part of what they give you. Okay? I didn't get it. I'm not mad about it.
How much money they give? 200?
Sir, Fast and Furious is on what number right
10.
now?
That's true. Actually, going to be 11 because
200 million. I might be giving me one of more women that look the same.
That's what they all end up saying at the end.
Ludacris has been a part of the Fast and the Furious since the second movie. He wasn't in the third one, I don't think. Yeah, he wasn't in the third one, but he was in 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, he's been in all of them but 1 and 3, I think. So, yeah.
End of the day. Kevin told you he wasn't going to wear no dress until they offered him the dress, and then he put it on. And what did he say after he wore it? I made my own decision. Duh. But you didn't make it before they brought it up, did you?
Fascinating stuff. I want to listen to that whole... I'm just finding out about this today. I'm going to listen to that whole podcast because if it's full of stuff like this, that's a gold mine for just the shit that goes on in Hollywood. Hollywood is a nasty place full of nasty people. And they absolutely do put people through this humiliation thing, specifically with people of color. It's a big thing, and it's been talked about for a long time, kind of hush-hush. The first time I heard about it, like I said, was with Dave Chappelle. He talked about it on I can't remember the name of the show, but it's like this old white dude, and he sits down with actors and on a stage, and there's an audience, and he did one of those, and he talked about all of this shit, particularly with Martin Lawrence, and he called Hollywood a sick place. Dave doesn't live in Hollywood, by the way. He lives in Ohio. So, wild stuff, man. And I wonder if this is just going to get swept under a rug or not. Kevin Hart and Ludacris have both responded to this, by the way. Ludacris responded with like a freestyle rap. Kevin Hart responded by promoting his upcoming movie. Crazy stuff. But yeah, Hollywood's sick. And it's crazy when you get more and more confirmation on just how sick it is. Anyway, the Club Shay Shay show, check that out. That is the video, right? Your full episode, Katt Williams. I'm definitely going to watch it. But yeah, wild stuff, man. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.